Ooh, a Lambo. Vroom vroom. Alright guys, today we're headed to Brew Meadery. Right now we're just sitting at a stoplight, so we're not headed anywhere. But once this light turns green, we will be headed to Brew Meadery. As I've mentioned before, I'm not sure that they have brewing at the facility. However, today I was looking at their website and it looks like they have some Conicals in the Closet. That's a cool name for a band. Conicals in the Closet. So they may do some actual brewing. We'll find out once we get there. Oh, here's a bike. You think I can get a deuce out of him? Deuces.
Denied.
Nope, he said no. No respect. Oh. Let's see, can I get a deuce out of this guy? Hell yeah, I can. Good job. I've actually never tried mead before, so this will be my first time trying it. I don't know, do they have like mass mead distributors? You know, like Bud Light has beer. Is there a Bud Light of mead? Comment down below. So their website does show their different flavors and the different alcohol by volume content. Some of those meads are like 9.8% or something like that. Crazy. I want to try them all, but I also want to be able to drive home. It's a fine line. A fine line we walk here on NNNYRM, but we will see how this goes. I actually want to turn here. Can I make it across, or are these people just going to block the way? Well, that person didn't, so I'm going to go right there. Gracias, señores. Whoa, they've already got a nice little crowd going on. So that's cool. Not really. I don't like crowds. So now we're going to drive around the parking lot and find a place to park. I wonder if they would be cool with me just parking on the sidewalk. Probably not. We'll just park down here on the end. And here we have it. Brew Meadery. Let's go check them out and see what they got going.
This one is our ginger beer, which is our version of a ginger beer. It is ginger, citrus, and then it's back sweetened with brown sugar, so it will probably be the sweetest out of all 8 here. Next we have our draft ginger, which is a very spicy, almost medicinal type of ginger. Think of like what you have with sushi, and it's one of our summer flavors. This is our come over, which is another summer flavor. It is grapefruit, and then it's dry hopped on the back end, so it will be the one that will taste most like a beer. Okay. And then we have our cherry noir, which is a blend of cherries and blackberries. It has notes of a red wine, sort of a Merlot taste to it, but very mild. Next we have our cherry bear, which is a blend of our ginger beer and cherry noir. It is the ginger beer base with cherries on top of it. It is one of our newest flavors. The next is the Blue Bayou, which we just released about a week ago. It is a blueberry lemongrass thyme. So you get like subtle blueberry, and then you get a very strong lemony flavor, even though there are no lemons in it. And then the last one here is our Bee Sting, which is a favorite among our beer drinkers. It is a jalapeno lime. It has a very spicy nose, and then it's more of a mild spicy nose.
Okay. Great. And so those are going to be the same label as the numbers here?
So I went backwards, but this one's 1 and then this one's 8.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Right, and so this is all 8 that they have currently. She said they have 10, but right now they're out of number 9 and 10. So we're going to try all 8. And like I said, the ABVs range from 6.1. That one's 7. Ooh, 7.8 on that one. So, let's get to tasting.
But yeah, these are, they're about half the alcohol of the traditional mead.
Oh, wow.
Traditional meads are anywhere from, 11 to 15%. These are 6 to 8%.
Yeah.
So something that it can go from fermenter to glass in about 6 weeks, kind of like a beer.
Okay.
When I started making meads about 10 years ago, I didn't know about them either.
Oh, wow.
It was only about 5 years ago that somebody had even put the idea in my head. It's not a new idea, but when I went down there doing market research,
Yeah.
they had the session meads, and I thought, what a great idea! They get this stuff out so quick. So it took me about 3 years to develop the formula and get it to where it had a acceptable alcohol content, was thick enough. A lot of the things you run into with session meads is they're very watery, or can be very watery, especially something like the Magician. So I actually had to pump that one up quite a bit. It's the base for everything that we do, but the base by itself is actually shorter than the Magician. So the Magician actually has extra honey added to it when it goes into secondary fermentation.
Okay.
Which are these guys right here. These are just 30-gallon barrels. But our primary fermentation system is right back here. We built a kind of a big refrigerator to keep everything at an appropriate temperature. And these are 2-barrel cider fermenters. And this is what we run to do our base mead. This one right here has got a little bit in it. I gotta drain that one this weekend. And then I'll throw some experiments and stuff in here. But we have a refrigerant system. It's not on right now, but when we're fermenting, we have a refrigerant system, keeps it at the appropriate fermentation temperature, make sure everything comes out all right. No off flavors.
If you can say what is that temperature for
It's
cider?
low 60s.
Low 60s for the mead.
It actually depends on the yeast that you use.
Okay, so you can use
some yeast does better at higher temperatures. Some does better at lower.
Right.
We don't use any kind of lager yeast, which needs very low temperature.
Right.
So we do use an ale yeast on these, just to make sure that we keep our alcohol content within a certain ballpark. Because mead can go out of control very quickly. They'll talk about the bottle bombs and stuff just randomly just re-fermenting. So to prevent that, we use an ale yeast.
Okay.
Something that likes a lower temperature, prevents fusel alcohols from forming. Doesn't outright prevent them, but it lessens that so we can have a shorter resting time.
And then you do also offer the 5-gallon and...
These are our kegs for commercial distribution and in our kegerator outside.
Okay.
All of those right there are remnants from my home brewing system. I started just to try as inexpensive as possible, but those will be going away and we'll be moving to the commercial system for absolutely everything.
All right. Because those look familiar. I have 4 of those at home.
Yeah, those are all mine.
Nice. Well, if you have a hard time getting rid of them, you're just trying to give them away.
I'm not giving them away, but I'll definitely sell them for a price that's practically giving them away. Eventually, we'll move to that bigger setup and glycol lines and all that cool stuff.
Yeah, and so you're coming from homebrew.
Yeah, I've been a brewer for 15 years.
So you do electric stove?
No,
boiling?
I like the big Hellfire.
Well, yeah, I mean,
system.
I finally got one, but my first couple were on an electric stove, and it's like, oh my god, you know how long it takes 5 gallons of water to boil on an electric stove?
It takes a long time.
A long time.
A real long time.
have just finished up here at Brew Meadery, and my goodness, mead is really, really good. I've never had mead before, and Blake has made me into a believer. He's their brew master, or mazer, I found out. That's the term for it. He's a mazer. M-A-Z-E-R, mazer. He said it sounds cooler because it makes it sound like he designs mazes. Thank you, Blake. Thank you, Lainey. That was awesome. Thanks for showing me around your brew facility. They do have brewing there in the facility. Oh yeah, I should text my honeydoodle and let her know that I'm on my way back. Te-amp? What does te-amp mean? The sun's going down, so I better get home. So let's go! Yeah.